So this is a video for Smells Like Teen Spirit on guitar. It's a good higher piece. I wouldn't actually say it was a chordal piece. I would say it's just a normal piece rather than a chordal piece. But it does help you add in the amount of chords you need for higher. I'm just going to dive right in. This is our power chord. We need to learn our power chord before we are going to be able to play this piece at all, really. Power chord is going to be on 1, 3, and 3. So that's 1 on the E string, 3 on the A, and then Pinky plays 3 on our D string. We're going to strum that all together like this. We're actually going to play that 3 times. My right hand goes down, up, down. Then we're going to do some muted notes. So how I do this is, now I'm doing that by releasing the pressure from my hand on my left hand. So hopefully you're going to be able to see this. I'm pressing down and I release the pressure in my hand. So I stop tensing my hand to push down that power chord, and I'm able to get dead notes. Dead notes are a big part of this song. We're going to need to go chaka chaka. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 3 F power chords. Chaka chaka. Now the next chord, in my opinion, is a little bit wrong, but we're going to need to play what's on the music just because we can't get that wrong. So the next chord is a B flat. Now usually it's not a B flat, it's a B flat 5, but it doesn't matter. This is what the exam piece says we should do. So it's going to be 1, 3, 3, 3 in the middle 4 strings of the guitar. So that would be 1 on the A, and then 3, 3, 3 on the D, the G, and the B. We're going to play that twice. And then we're going to do another chaka. So that first bar goes. We're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to do it up on 4th and 6th fret now. So it's the exact same strumming pattern, it's the exact same rhythms, which is really handy for us. And we do the exact same thing on our left hand, except we're starting on 4, 6, 6. So that's going to go 1, 2, 3, chaka, chaka. And then we go back to the start. And that is our first line, but it's also our second line, and it's our choruses as well. The second line goes. Second line is a little bit different like that. And then our choruses are just back to the normal. I'll play it round twice for you and then we'll move on. Right after that we have our verse. Now our verse is really easy. We count 1 beat of rest and then we play 1, 1 on the B and then the E strings. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4, rest. Now the next part of the verse is just going to be on the beat crotchets. So right after that we go straight back into our chorus, and then on the second page, last line, we have something different. We've got what I'll call a little bridge, and it's not too hard. It's going to look like our F power chord again. So what we're going to do is we're going to play that chord, then we're going to lift first finger and play the chord again, then we're going to go back to the first chord again. So overall that's just that first finger moving up and down. So then we're going to move this whole chord up one fret. Then we're going to play with our middle finger, 3rd fret, and we're going to bend it up. So, nice and slowly. That's the first bar. The second bar is going to look like this. F again. Lift your first finger. Back on. And then we're going to play power chords on 6, 6, 5, 4, which is B flat, B flat, A flat. And then we have to play that whole thing again. So I'm going to play it twice for you guys. And then we are finally into our solo. The solo has this running theme, and so does this whole song really, that we don't come in on beat 1. So it's nice and easy to remember. You've got a little bit of a break just before you start playing, and this helps because you need to try and get your hands into the right position anyway. So the solo goes 5, 8, 10 on the G string, and then down to a 6 on the D. So it sounds a bit like this. 3, 4, rest. And then we're going to play an 8 on our G. Then we're going to play the 8 again, but bend upwards and then back down. Then 6, 5. Now the bend, let's talk a little bit about the bend because it's a hard one. The bend, there's a good little 3-rule thing that you need to learn about bends if you haven't done a bend before in your life. Keep your thumb nice and high. It helps with the squeezing part of the bend. So keep your thumb nice and high over the guitar. Try and use your fingertips. If you don't use your fingertips, you might get extra notes and or the string might slip away from your fingers if you don't use your fingertips. So you want to try and keep that nice and under control. And also you can use as many fingers behind the finger that you're using as you want to help with the bend. As you can see, I'm using 3 fingers, but I'm actually just using this one to bend. So I would never do a bend like this, because that's going to get sore if I have to do that all night, if I'm playing a show all night. So I would use at least all of them, to be honest. I would use all 3 fingers. If I was using 2, it'd still feel a little bit like I'm having to use too many muscles. I like to be lazy, and so should every guitarist when it comes to bends. Making sure it sounds really, really good and very stable is useful using 3 fingers. So I'm going to play you the first 2 bars of that solo again. 5, 8, 10, 6 in the first. 3, 4, rest. And then I'm going to play 8, then bend 8 up, back down, then 6, 5 on the G string. Next bar is nice and easy. 6, 5, 8, 6 on the G, then the D strings. Then we're going to play an 8, bend the 8 up, then back down, then 6, 5 on the D strings this time. So it's the same as the second bar in the solo, except it's on a different string. And then we're going to do the exact same thing again. The next 2 bars are the last 2 bars in the song that we need to learn. It's going to be nice and easy. 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 5, 3. Do that twice more, so. you stay on that last 3, try and give it a bit of a shake, keeps the note going. It's called vibrato. We're going to try and keep that going the whole time. Then we're back into our verse. We go back into our verse at that point. Then we go into the crotchet verse, which is build that up as loud as you can, and then we're going into our last chorus, and then the outro is the exact same as the last chorus, which is really handy. And that is all of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Hope that helps. Thanks.